Christmas, Good Shepherd, and Saints Francis and John. I'm Deacon Skip Olson from Saints Francis and John, and welcome to my humble office here at the Catholic Center. This week we prepare with the Sunday Gospel message of the Epiphany of the Lord. The Gospel according to St. Matthew. When Jesus was born in Bethlehem of Judea in the days of King Herod, behold, Magi from the east arrived in Jerusalem, saying, "Where is the newborn King of the Jews? We saw his star at its rising and have come to do him homage." When King Herod heard this, he was greatly troubled, and all Jerusalem with him. Assembling all the chief priests and the scribes of the people, he inquired of them where the Messiah was to be born. They said to him, "In Bethlehem of Judea, for thus it has been written by the prophet, and you, Bethlehem, land of Judah, are by no means least among the rulers of Judah, since from you shall come a ruler who is to shepherd my people Israel." Then Herod called the Magi secretly and ascertained from them the time of the star's appearance. He sent them to Bethlehem and said, "Go and search diligently for the child. When you have found him, bring me word that I too may go and do him homage." After their audience with the king, they set out. And behold, the star that they had seen at its rising preceded them until it came and stopped over the place where the child was. They were overjoyed at seeing the star, and on entering the house they saw the child with Mary, his mother. They prostrated themselves and did him homage. Then they opened their treasures and offered him gifts of gold, frankincense, and myrrh. And having been warned in a dream not to return to Herod, they departed for their country by another way. The Gospel of the Lord. Notice how people of two different religious traditions came to know that the Son of God was born. The Magi knew through the reading of the stars, and King Herod's scribes came to know through a searching of the Scriptures. Stars and Scriptures. Two different ways of arriving at the same truth. But notice also how Matthew indicates that when the guiding star got to Jerusalem, its light seemed to have failed, and the Magi had to consult the Scriptures to direct them to Bethlehem. Over and above the natural light of a star, the Magi still needed the supernatural light of Scripture to finally get to Jesus. The crucial question in the story of the Magi remains, who actually got to find Jesus? Herod and his scribes, who always had the sacred Scriptures, failed to find Jesus. But the Magi, who followed the natural light of a star, were able to find him. Why is that? Well, because the Jewish authorities, even though they possessed the shining truth of divine revelation, did not follow it. They did not walk in the light of the Scriptures. The Magi, on the other hand, who enjoyed only starlight, followed its guidance. You see, it's not really the possession of the truth that matters. It's how prepared we are to walk in the light of the truth that we do possess. It's far better to have the dim light of the stars and follow it than to have the bright light of the sacred Scriptures and neglect it. As Catholics, we believe that our church possesses the fullness of truth. But what does that benefit us if we don't walk in the truth? Non-believers who are sincerely committed to following the dim light of natural reason may arrive at Jesus before Christians who have the exalted truths revealed by God, but who don't walk the walk of faith. Ponder these questions. When God looks into your heart, what does he see? Does he see a heart that seeks the truth? A heart that loves and respects their neighbor, even though they may be different from you? Is there something in your heart that needs to be more like Jesus? How can we grow in love and truth? How can we better walk in the faith in this new year? Here's an activity for your household. Our homes are the domestic church and serve to help us remind each other to grow closer to God. Blessing your home asks for God's grace for all who live there. It also serves as a reminder for each of us as we enter that domestic church that it is called to be a place of peace, love, and fertile ground for hearts of conversion. Use the following rites to bless your home and have a blessed remainder of the Christmas season.